Welcome, Black. This your host, Concerned Black Citizen. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share this video, and hit that notification bell for all updates. Let's get into it.
150 years ago, or 200 years ago, when the blacks were slaves, did they ever go to Washington, D.C. and have a rally 200 years ago to protest against slavery?
March or protest? No. But it was plenty of slave uprisings. And he know this information. What this got to do with church? See, what does you lying about history have to do with being a pastor? And you notice how a lot of these KKK pastors, they try to blend in religion and race somehow. And it really gets deep, because if you take your time to look at a lot of the religious books, it has a lot to do with race, because they know that this planet is a black planet. And by knowing that, they hide the truth within the history. You know, from everything that happened, it's like trauma. We too busy, and it's not a problem, but we are occupied with getting over what they have done to us, to not realize that their position is to deflect, so we won't be sharp on the fact that this is the black planet. We right there, so-called close to the sun. Melanin is literally in the sky every night. And there's a reason why the sun got a problem with those. But we're going to go to the next video.
Did they? No. What did they do? Well, a lot of good people in the plantations.
Good people. He couldn't even get that lie out right. He could not even release the devil's lie out of his tongue, his forked tongue, like that. He knew when he said good people and plantation, he was going straight to hell. See, I got a saying, even if whatever you guys believe in, if you think that the Messiah, so-called Messiah, Jesus, and I'm not religious, but we just talking about the book here, you know, this is his people. How do you go from Jesus, the Son of God, to Donald Trump? You know, George Bush, this prickhead right here. How do you digress from being the Messiah of all mankind to Donald Trump? How are those the same people that's related? Which then, in turn, you will see that if you look at religion through the eyes of this suspected white supremacist, you will see that as all lies. You know, being a pastor, you would have thought that he had some scruples about himself. But these little charades that these pastors do to try to mix religion and race and justify the actual anti-black racism with religion, that's all they're really doing. But to try to mix it and to try to confuse people still with this 2023 is beyond me.
Plantations would say, hey, it's wintertime. Let us help build a church for you, dear folks. And they loved him and taught him how to read so they can read the Bible. And
What? Let's run that back.
plantations would say, hey, it's wintertime. Let us help build a church for you, dear folks. And they loved him and taught him how to read so they can read the Bible. And
Hey, it's wintertime. Let us help build a church for you folks. Are you talking about brutalizing black people to build a church for you, for your mind control? Because that's all it really used for. The church is the body. So what are they really building? It's just a building. You know, like, this pastor is so racist, he can't even hide his racism. And he's not trying to hide it. But didn't he say they loved him? What? So, let me get this right. Feeding babies to alligators, using humans' bones, teeth, hair, black humans, using their bones, teeth, eating them, boiling them down for oil, killing, treating the real human being like something that you can eat. And that's what you call love. And don't be fooled. When this guy speaks about God, he's not talking about the God and the Almighty that we praise, the Creator. He's speaking about Satan, because that is the true God, Lucifer. And then you would understand. Once you understand that this pastor's true God within his heart is Lucifer, then you will see he's making all the sense in the world come from that angle. Of course, he's going to call something demonic love. These people are demonic.
And here's what the blacks did about 150 years ago. They humbled themselves. They prayed. They sought God's face and they turned from their wicked ways. And God made slavery illegal through
150 years or 200? We still trying to get that number right. We turned away from our wicked ways. Translation: they brutalized and they raped and pillaged and killed people until we went along temporarily with their rules, pretending or adjusting to be Christians. That's what he's saying. That we agreed that white Jesus is our Savior. And because we turned away from our wicked ways. We became Christian. God made slavery illegal, right? It wasn't all those uprisings. It wasn't the fact that black people, Seminoles, were giving y'all the business. And y'all knew if you keep going down this path, that eventually foundational black Americans was going to take over the country. So you guys had to switch up your plan and get ahead of losing, which you're really good at. This guy is a Satanist. His God is Lucifer. You can see it in his face. He's about to explode. And if that is not a demon talking in human flesh, I don't know what is.
Slavery illegal through several white presidents, right? It worked, didn't it? They didn't protest.
Now, did he do all that to just say, we didn't protest? I mean, really, you went around the whole world with a fake narrative to say, look, see, when we did it like this, they ain't even protest. But it's not about the protest. These people are deceptive, demonic, and destructive. And they will say anything to appear as they are not, which is the adversary, the enemy. The way this guy is talking, if that's what he is, he's making it obvious that it's a difference between Christianity, the Bible, and what you believe to be is God. Because a lot of these people preach the Bible and they say that, yeah, the white supremacists twist it up a little bit, but then you still see it in some type of, religious way, which is fine. But you miss the whole aspect that race is involved. And when they have race involved, it's easy to see what their true intentions are. And that's all I got to say about this situation. If you like what you hear, give me a like, give me a share, let me know what you think in the comment section. Why do you guys think these preachers hide their racism behind religion? See you in the next video.